And welcome to Steady Growth Academy, where potentials are unlocked. Our last episode was in the beginning, it was not so. Of course, in the beginning, it was not so. It has never been so in the beginning. Over time, it begins to change for the better or worse. So we looked at it last week and this part 1 and 2, the strategies that will make it remain so or revert to so. My name is Dr. Uchenna Tabu Onyefor. Today, we'll be looking at another nugget which is considered a very strategic nugget and an advice too, because people tend to live in it. So we advise first that I know. And I know is a tendency of a situation of regret. Life has a way of keeping the records of our actions and inactions at all times. Incidentally, we seem not to appreciate this fact in the moment, yet it trails or sticks with us. Patterns and reflects in our future either as a plus or minus, depending on how and what we engage ourselves with. These actions does not start as a bank, but a built up atop the order to eventually become who we are and how we are perceived. Everybody is a function of his or her past. Those decisions, right or wrong, frame our future. At that point, it is either regret or excitement. Unfortunately, at the time of such actions, most people are ignorant of its consequences. Yet the reward of the time and outcome may await not just the person, but those that are ordained to benefit from his choices or be affected by his choices. It is important to know our actions and choices matters in any situation we found ourselves. We are not living by ourselves. Therefore, our recklessness or insensitivity at the long run affects our environment and the society one way or the other. When we take actions in consideration of those it will affect, we have started living. Our actions, young or old, are imitated by those that look up to us. Most of all, that are needs we are created to serve. Our decisions per time make or truncate the hope in that need. As a student or apprentice, imagine a family that strives and starves to support theirs in training as the future hope, only for one to give in to situations and navigates him or her out of that noble expectation, hence return in disappointment. God forbid. A brilliant girl was sent abroad to study nursing after the family toiled to sell the only meaningful assets they had. She was doing well in the university until her second year, when her associates became those girls with large appetites for good things and fun without a corresponding source of income to serve the adventure. Of course, considering their background, they eventually introduced her to their circle of friends. To shorten the long story, she got pregnant, became a chain smoker, abandoned her academics. You can imagine the end of the story. This is not different from a brilliant boy that got to school and entangled with a group because he wanted to belong. He completely forgot where he was coming from, to the extent that they had to rent accommodation outside the campus with his friends. instead of his home, to the disbelief or dismay of the parents. They were yelling, but the boy never bothered. The pressure of maintaining their lifestyle exposed him to politicians who did everything to preserve their own children from participating in such escapades. Everything about academic was boxed and thrown into the abyss. Yet, this is the only hope of a carpenter who wished that the university degree in building engineering for his son would rescue the entire family. It ended a shattered dream. One hot afternoon, his son's body was dropped in front of his house. He was a victim of a retaliating group. A group retaliated on what his group did. How many of such stories will we recount? Some will intentionally abandon their studies or apprenticeship, but still collect school fees and stipends from their unsuspecting parents or sponsors to form a life path of least resistance with like minds and opposite sex or opposite associates. As if that is not enough, at times children think their involvement in apprenticeship, training, or study is only to assist their parents. So they deliberately refuse to take responsibility or take the opportunity seriously. Some even to the path of indecency, thinking they are punishing or taking a revenge on their parents or guardians. What a pathetic confrontation to realization of destiny or realization of potentials. No doubt, a parent will be proud and may partially benefit from the success story, but they should be reminded, children should be reminded, and I'm also reminding them now, that they are the first beneficiary before any and wholesomely only accomplishment. I met a special advisor in the government that I consider very brilliant. From our little discussions, I proved to know him well. He decided to make a third class to humiliate his medical doctor father and his mother school principal. His grudge would not let him say resist, simply because he thought his father or the parents loved the elder brother more than himself. But it was the house, because the elder brother wasn't academically as good, so the parents needed to support him. So for every effort the boy made that was an improvement, they bought him gift. While my friend is rebuked for not exploring or maximizing his potential. My friend didn't understand rationale, hence took offense on his family and decided to keep doing badly until he made a third class. An irony. When I finished with him, he did not only call his brother for lunch for the first time in 10 years, but also called his parents and started visiting them. Weekends, started spending time with them. But most of all, he quickly moved to England. The good news is that this May, he graduated with a first class in law. Imagine if I did not meet him, he would have been, or he did not listen to me, he would have been suffocating in the world of self-imposed limitation. It is clear that all the above started with one wrong step. The journey to Hadaino starts with that impregnated, irreversible, and propagated wrong step that seemingly looked good initially, but regrettably punctures potential subsequently. And to avoid such experiences, one must pay attention to the call of the moment. You will have reason, they call you. Pay attention for the call of the moment. Don't get distracted. You are there for a reason. If you forget that reason, you forget why you are there. Pay attention to the call of the moment. 2. Remember the reason for being there. People are waiting they're waiting for you. People are waiting to have you back wherever you are. They are waiting for you to come and rest. People are stranded. People that I don't even know waiting for your attainment. So to be able to do that, always have the big picture in mind. Take every opportunity as the last to excel. Every opportunity, exploit, use it. Use it. It is the last to excel. See it that way so you can excel. Flee from associations with different goals. If you find out that you associate have a different goal, quietly leave on time. Because by the time you want to manage him, he will overwhelm you. Or manager, she will appraise your activity each day to be sure it will make you and the people you are ordained to serve very proud. Ask yourself, what I have done today, am I proud of my actions today? Am I proud? So that it can help you take a decision for tomorrow and make up for tomorrow. In fact, why will you sleep when you have not accomplished the day's assignment? What for? Insist and finish the day assignment before you go to bed. By the time you know the results are coming. See your present situation as a time of sacrifice. See your present situation as a time of sacrifice for excited tomorrow. So there will be pain, subdue it. There will be shame, subdue it. There will be disappointments, subdue them seamlessly. Don't even remember that they exist. Consider them normal so you can get to your destination. Break them with the above and application of our other nuggets. You know, if you've been following us, we have nuggets. If you don't, go and check us in Steering Good Academy. You will be happy what we've done there. So with all our other nuggets, one will ordinarily generate the positive energy that will ensure a flawless unlocking of potential. Thank you for listening. My name is Dr. Uchenna Tabo. We want to appreciate you again for listening to us, following us this far. Always, like we request, subscribe to our YouTube channels and follow us in our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, all of it. We are there waiting for you. It may not be for you, like I always say. It may be for that young man, that young woman there that you have been buying things for. This was buying data for the young man. Let them listen to this guidance. They will not forget. It may be what they are waiting for a life transformation. Thank you very much.